Let's think of something challenging for mglit readers. Those are those readers who are in middle school and up, and that's historical fiction. Let's think of something even more challenging, historical fiction based around the Korean conflict, or the Korean War, from the perspective of a Korean from North Korea that is being repressed. His father's been taken prisoner as a political prisoner. They don't know where he is, and the family's trying to get south to where it's somewhat safer. Yeah, that's a challenge, isn't it? But this book really does the trick. In the Tunnel. It's from Julie Lee. And the way this book manages to keep mglit readers engaged in a topic that they won't even study until they maybe get to high school. And even then, it's going to be under duress for those AP classes. Some of the kids, now I have run across, in full disclosure, I have run across some middle school kids who study military. I mean, it's just their hobby. They read about military. And they've known a little bit about the Korean War. I imagine that some kids like that in high school will know that also, but very few will know about the Korean War. And this is really great because it's from the perspective of a family, specifically a young boy, Myung-gi. And he's a 14-year-old boy in parts of the book and a 16-year-old boy in other parts of the book. And that's what the book does so very well, because it starts out when Myung-gi is a 16-year-old and he's joined the South Korean army and he's trapped. He escapes from battle because they were under fire, and he escapes down this basically a mountain and falls into a tunnel where he is trapped. Then you go backwards 2 years and you figure out why Myung-gi is where he got to be, where his family is, and the whole dynamics that brought everything to a head. So it's done in kind of a, I'll call it a Breaking Bad style, where it's flashbacks. Every other chapter is a flashback or a flash forward, and that's what creates the tension in the book, plus the brevity of the chapters. The chapters are pretty short. Maybe the longest chapter is 5 or 6 pages, maybe. Most of them are around 4 or 5. And because they're so short, it's going to engage the attention span of those middle grade lit readers who maybe have they've got a shorter attention span, especially for historical non-fiction or historical fiction, because this really could have happened, but it's fiction and it's a genre that they're not going to read about a topic they most certainly aren't going to study for the most part in middle school. Yet it's a very engaging, entertaining book that's about the power of resiliency, the love of family, and a little bit, to an extent, about the Korean War and what happened. And that's, truth be told, my knowledge base on the Korean War is very limited. I've only read a handful of books about it. And this book did lend some new tidbits of knowledge about that. It's really quite fascinating, and it's approachable. That's what's most remarkable about this for middle school readers and even you high school kids who think you know it all. But you can always learn something new, can't you? It's In the Tunnel, and it's from Julie Lee. It's going to be great for those kids in 6th grade, all the way up through high school, and even you adults who want a great book to read.